Title: Man donated blood to a stranger. Later, needed it from him. Hook: what if one selfless act for a stranger came full circle to save your own life? This true-to-heart story will leave you believing in destiny, kindness, and the invisible threads that connect us all. In the heart of a bustling city, where people rushed past each other without making eye contact, lived a man named Jacob Turner. A quiet, humble mechanic in his mid-30s, Jacob believed in doing good without expecting anything in return. One rainy afternoon, while driving home from work, Jacob saw a crowd gathered near a coffee shop. A young man had collapsed on the sidewalk. Paramedics arrived swiftly, but the situation was critical. The man had lost a lot of blood and urgently needed a transfusion. A nurse shouted over the chaos, "We need O-negative blood." Without hesitation, Jacob stepped forward. "I'm O-negative," he said. "Are you willing to donate now?" "Yes, right now." He followed them to the hospital and spent the next 2 hours saving a life he didn't even know. The young man's name was Aiden Malera, college student, an aspiring musician, and someone whose life almost ended that day. Jacob didn't wait to be thanked. He quietly left, content knowing someone had another chance at life. Years passed. Jacob continued his simple life, fixing cars, helping neighbors, and occasionally donating blood at local drives. He never thought twice about what he'd done that day. To him, it was just the right thing to do. But fate had its own plan. One spring morning, Jacob suffered a severe accident on the highway. His injuries were critical, and he was rushed to the nearest trauma center. The doctors scrambled. He had lost too much blood. Urgently, they needed O-negative blood. As luck would have it, a nearby volunteer list showed a local donor had just arrived. Within minutes, the transfusion began. Jacob's life was saved. Days later, as he regained consciousness, the attending doctor smiled. "You're a lucky man." A volunteer donor showed up just in time. Jacob nodded weakly. "Do you know who it was?" he whispered. The doctor chuckled. "He insisted on seeing you, said it was personal." The door opened, and in walked Aiden Miller, older now, with a confident stance and a guitar case slung over his shoulder. "You saved me once," Aiden said, his voice thick with emotion. "And today, I got to return the favor." Jacob's eyes welled up. The man whose life he had saved as a stranger was now the man who had saved his. They embraced not as strangers, but as brothers bound by fate, blood, and a shared miracle. Moral: kindness has a ripple effect that often returns when you least expect it. One act of generosity can echo across time and space, returning in the most profound ways. Never underestimate the power of giving. It may one day save your own life.